Sunday school here. Today we are on Genesis chapter 24. So when Sarah passed away, Abraham was old. He called one of his head servants and asked him to swear by his thigh. He asked the servant to put his hand under Abraham's thigh and swear by the God who created the heaven and the earth that he will not deceive him and marry a wife for Isaac his son from the Canaanites. But the servant has to go back to Abraham's land and marry a wife for his son Isaac. And the servant swore and said, I promise, I will not. But the servant asked Abraham one question. What if I go and get the wife, and the wife refused to come to this land? Do I have to take your son to your home? And Abraham said, No, don't do that. He said, My God, whom I have been walking in his sight to this time, will not allow my son to go back, nor will you get a wife from this land for him. But he will surely help you to get a wife from my homeland for my son. And the servants agreed. So Abraham gave him all what is necessary to go with another servant to his land. And the servant traveled and arrived. When he arrived, because he has a lot of animals, he was at the well waiting for a maid that will come to get water. And when the first person who came was Rebecca, so the servant asked her for water, and the lady offered to give the servant water and even voluntarily said she will get water to water the animals so the animals too can drink. And that was how the servant was looking at Rebecca and said, this might be a good maid. So fast forward, the servant has to find out who Rebecca was, get to his family, and get his intentions known to Rebecca's family to do the marriage rites. So when they have agreed, the family first of all told the servant that he has to go back. In 10 days, he will come again and pick Rebecca to go to Abraham and Isaac. But the family again said, we are doing this for her. Let us ask her consent. So when they call Rebecca and ask for her consent to know if she is willing or ready to go with these servants, she agreed. She said, yes, I'm ready to go with him. So they gave her all that she needs with her own maid, and they left. They went back. As they were approaching, Isaac was in the fields, was coming to receive them. So Rebecca had to ask the servants, who is that young man they are coming towards us? And the servants replied, that is my master. So Rebecca had to veil her face. And when Isaac approached them, got close to them, the servants has to tell Isaac all that has happened, that this is the maid for wife for him. So Isaac took Rebecca as wife to his mother's tent, late Sarah's tent, and he married her to be his wife. And that was how Rebecca came to be Isaac's wife. And this Rebecca is the daughter of Abraham's younger brother, Nahor's daughter. So it was a family marriage. So let's say Abraham's niece got married to Abraham's son, Isaac. So we can say Rebecca might be the cousin of Isaac, and they both got married. But in the other chapters, the time Abraham had that problem with King Abimelech, he told King Abimelech that Sarah too was his sister from the same father but not from the same mother. So in those days, because they do those family marriages because they don't want to intermarry to people who are not God-fearing people. That was the reason, in fact, Abraham told the servant not to get a wife from among the Canaanites, because they were not true worshipper of the supreme God. In those times, a lot of idolatry worshipping was among those people. So that was the reason they decided to keep to their own family line, because they know they have the same belief, and what they believe in is what they can do perfectly well. So that was how Rebecca came to be Isaac's wife.